Wild Sheep Foundation presents Sheep Shape.
I'm getting ready to leave. I'm all packed up, getting drivers coming to pick me up right now, and we're headed to Edmonton. So, should be exciting. Been waiting for 1 year for this. So I just said goodbye to the family. Might have been the hardest goodbye I've ever had to give them. You know, my daughter's almost 2 years old now, and she understands what it means when I leave, so it's always tough. But pretty excited about the journey ahead, so keep my head straight, and 2 days of travel and won't be on the sheep mountain.
All right, we just flew in today to Dawson City, and we're going to be heading out tomorrow, but look at this spectacular view. Unbelievable. I mean, this is my first time in the Yukon, and we just can't wait to get out to camp tomorrow and jump on the horses and hopefully get ourselves a ram.
As Rick soaks in the sights of Dawson City, Yukon, Patrick is landing in the Northwest Territories to meet up with his outfitters.
Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Pat.
Megan?
Nice to meet you.
Debbie?
Pat.
Nice to meet you.
I'm
Hey,
Michael.
man. Pat, good to meet you, man.
Pat.
So I'm about ready to find out if I'm in sheep shape. I'm feeling really confident, mentally and physically, but we'll see once we get out there.
The reality sets in for each hunter as they get closer to embarking on the journey they've been preparing for.
I can only imagine if it's a little bit tough on Patrick, Chad, and I. The thought of going up into those mountains and being one-on-one with nature, that Kelsey was going to be a little bit more vulnerable to that, the emotional side of it, and knowing what she's been through in her life, and knowing that she's trying to get it done with the bow. I just hope she doesn't put more pressure on herself trying to get that done, and that's my concern with Kelsey. Good luck, Rick.
For this hunt specifically, Rick is my biggest concern because he's going to be hundreds of miles away from the nearest hospital, and he's actively undergoing chemotherapy.
Takes so much out of him, and him going on a hunt like this in the backcountry, you know, on horses, way away from civilization, and with all the medications he's taking, and you know, all the miles he's going to be hiking, and just all the terrain and the endurance. You know, I worry about his strength and if he can keep going, and I hope that he can fight through this.
Chad, it's kind of easy because Chad and I are kind of the same. I mean, Chad's got a prosthetic leg, but it's just on the inside of his skin. You can't really see it. And so Chad, again, I think that foot placement's key for us. I mean, we got to really be careful and you know, carrying a pack, and you know, just the shock on his knee. I think, you know, Chad's gonna have a hard time on the uneven terrain and the rocks, and you know, and then that's where the mental aspect kicks in. You gotta be able to overcome that mentally and set that to the side.
You know, Patrick, here he is, you know, having a prosthetic, and you know, doing the research of what it's like on these mountains, and knowing that he's going to be up on those mountains in that loose shale, you know, on those slippery rocks, in that permafrost, and you know, going up and down. It was going to be physically challenging in my mind for me to do something like that, and to let alone think about what he's going to do. But knowing Patrick, he's going to battle through and figure out a way, because that's what he does.
We've all been through these life challenges that has left a certain vulnerability that once you open that up to each other, you almost become brothers and sisters from day one. There could be no better description for the four of us than the band of four.
This season on Sheep Shape.
Shoot. Now come on, let's go, go.
Awesome!
Oh my God, I cannot believe I just shot a